Hello, hello, welcome in. If you're here, if you clicked on this video, that means that you're here for a reason. There is no coincidences. What we do when we get pulled like that, there's no coincidence. And when you follow those natural impulses, your body will show you something. Your body, most people are walking around with the most glorious piece of equipment, just walking along, and they don't even know how precious their body is or how to really utilize them to their maximum capability. There are so many things that you can turn up the volume on. Intuitive abilities, sort of X-ray vision. There's lots of things that's possible with energy. It is a very different way of operating. It requires a different consciousness to truly do those things. Because everything stems from the source. And the source here is energy. You are the source and the director of that energy. Everyone is. They direct their own energy, their own focus, right? And so with that focus, energy creates more life. So your focus creates life. By your focus, you create life. That's why when you are self-scanning your system, when you are sensing on the inside with your focus, you're literally healing. You're literally causing energy to come into that place and to start to move, which turns, that's energy, which turns into matter. The more you do that, the more you will see that radiating. And so, this is the thing though, it is a requirement that you have clarified your mind. That you don't superimpose what you think reality is. We don't do that. We don't say to the body, we have to behave like this, or we have to say like this, or there's none of that. That's the conditioning, sort of trains people into doing things like that. But it's just that. It's just a trained behavior. And just like a trained behavior, we can unravel that so that you have a different behavior that is more in alignment with your growth in consciousness. Knowing that there is a path, a middle path that you can take that does take you straight there. In alignment. Once you start to self-adjust these things so that you are in alignment with your body. Your body is one of the most precious things that you have. It is much like in actual energy, you're actually more walking around with your own dog. That's sort of what your body is. Because your body, it will communicate with you in so many different ways. And it's up to you to communicate. Oh, you mean this? What do you mean? Do you mean this or do you mean that? And then you can get to clarify, okay, do you like this one or do you like that one? And then you start to feel and you honor your feeling as if they truly matter in your life. And that has to start from you first. So that you treat yourself like you truly matter in this world. What would you like to experience? Who would you like to become? Who are you, really, when all of the masks and the facades are taken off? Who are you? You can come with all kinds of like, oh yeah, I'm infinite consciousness, and you know, like, but there is a consciousness that is required. Let's call it that. It's required to become conscious about your experience so that you know what everything is, so that you have placed it correctly in your consciousness, so that you know that this system is working in the most optimum way that it can energetically. Once you have that, it is like you are having two major sort of energy seeking each other, but sort of going like this. And once you get that connection, it is like you're bridging this gap so that energy goes both directions. You're basically making sure that the energy goes both directions. And so that is what you're actually doing when we are calibrating this thing. It's much like a ship. It's much like steering a ship. It's like you can't just turn and then it turns. It's like you have to, it's more one of these old ones. That's the imagery. The old ships where you have this like big kind of sail kind of going there, and then it goes this way, and then you do this, and then it goes the other way, right? So it's kind of like that is what we're seeing. That's more what it is truly like in energy to maneuver a body fully connected. Not being forced or anything, but just in harmony. Because your body is your best friend. And so, this is the game that we are on. This is the upgrade. Every single day, we are upgrading our life and our perception to look at this world from a lens of the holistic perspective. And that is exactly the same as how it is to ascend in frequency as an ascended master. To truly learn how to shine your light here, to ascend with your body. That is the game. You might not be aware of it yet, but that is the game that you're on. Once you get that connection with your body, it is something that needs to be maintained. It's a relationship. You don't have a body. You don't just have a body. Like it's just this body. Yeah, it's mine. I can do whatever I want. No. Then you're missing the picture. Your body has consciousness, memory. You are molding your body. That's why we're going through with these 28-day shifts, where we shift every single day like this. We are adjusting our frequency every single day to this holistic perspective. Once you get to a certain percentage of being focused in the holistic perspective, your world starts to align to a different track. And that different track is just more stable in goodness, in harmony, in connection, in being who you truly are, fully expressed as your energy.